All right. Good morning, guys. It's quite early this morning. Okay, maybe not, because it's light out again. Goddamn, 6:28 though. Not bad, not bad. All right. Yep, 6:29. Not the latest, but it's definitely early. Shit, I remember there were a few times where I'd be down here and it's like close to 9 a.m. shooting the intro. Those were it's much more quiet, if you will, um, this morning, or just any time frame from like 12 to 7. The world is just quiet. Whether you agree with that or not, that's up to you. But I have noticed that, and I do enjoy it quite heavily. I actually brewed this a different way. It tastes pretty good. If you guys are into coffee, maybe we'll talk about it. Who knows? But Marcus, let's get into the bread and butter. Close one, boys. Close one. 239.9. Bam. But do I think that's my actual weight? No. I just, a little constipated, shit like that. So I haven't been able to take I'm gonna go make a deposit in the last couple days. No, well, in the last 15 hours or so. So I think we're actually probably around 237. Who knows? But, 239.9, still under 240. I don't care how close it is. We're still under 240. That's what I'm talking about. It's all that matters. It was my rest day. I slept pretty good. So I do believe there was some muscle building last night. That's for sure. However, what I do know about last night when I came in, I freaking come into my little domain here. Let's just call it the coffee room. And or the protein room in the lab or whatever. We'll think of a name. I fucking, the first thing I see is I lay my eyes upon this. I kid you not. Kid you not. Let me remind you, my family knows I am cutting. Well, whatever's left of it now, but I didn't have any. The council had some, I guess. What do we got here? Chocolate croissants. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's not even there's not even a fucking like label for how many calories this is. But if I had to guess, chocolate croissant, a lot of butter, 400 or 500, maybe three. Actually, probably a lot more along the lines of 300 to 400. This little thing. Fucking you have 4 of them. That's 1,200 calories. Huh. And that's pretty easy to do. Listen, I like my cheating, but cheating on food, not anything else. I see you guys. Don't get me wrong. I love my fucking sweets and shit. But this, come on. But like, I arrived at home dying. I'm waiting to eat my last meal. Well, not waiting. I'm trying to eat my last meal, and I see this right in front of me. I'm like, oh my God. I'll be honest. I did open it. I just took a whiff. I was like, and then I'm like, not today. There's that. But obstacles, man, you just gotta keep fucking hopping over those humps and just leave whatever distraction is distracting you in the fucking dust, man. Don't look back. But what are we training today? Fucking back day, baby. I'm excited. Slept pretty good. I would love to sleep for longer, but we got shit we got to do, so we don't have a choice. But good sleep nonetheless. We're happy, we're healthy. Back doesn't hurt that much. Body feels pretty okay. No complaints here. But I hear a lot of people talk about when they're training back, like, oh, what should I do? Should I deadlift? Should I train just the upper back and then save a day for the mid back and then train lower? And for me, sitting there, it all depends. If you like strength, a lot of deadlifters will have a big lower, kind of big, upper and lower back. Deadlift just builds the back. Well, it builds the hamstring as well. Whatever science says, I mean, science says it's a fucking hamstring movement somehow. But whatever. You see a big deadlift. If you see a guy that's pulling over 800 pounds, chances are he's got a huge back. That's just the reality. So, but yeah, depending on what you like full on strength wise, that's entirely up to you. It also depends on how long you've been lifting. Like, man, if you're worried about like, oh man, what should I hit? What should I don't know if I'm gonna hit the right thing. And if I don't hit upper back, like, what am I doing? How long have you been training? Oh, 4 months. Bro. Do you enjoy training? Oh yeah, I love training. Then just have fun. You should just get your feet wet and just, rather than worry about how you can manage this split, you should flip it and say like, all right, still early. The main noob gains are gone, but I'm still early. Let's find out what I enjoy. And like, you can run that for a couple weeks and you don't see the results right away. And we tend to be kind of impatient a little bit. And we're like, oh my God, is this working? Is this not? And we wait like 2 weeks, and that's not enough time for your body to start changing. So then you're like, oh shit, I gotta change. No, man. Just, float around on what you like, right? If you're that new. Float around on what you like and just have fun with it, A lot of guys I hear or I talk to, they're like, oh, I'm just getting back in the gym. If you're just getting back in the gym, something made you leave regardless. So you should at least try to make the gym as fun as possible. Because if you left once, you're going to leave again. Sorry, that's just the reality. It's like a relationship. If once you break up one time, it ain't going to work again. That's just the reality. Because there's no amount of counseling or anything like that that'll help fix that, in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't really know, but I just, if it didn't work once, why is it going to work twice? It's not going to happen. But for those that are lifting longer, 3+ years, whatever, still a little ways to get there for me, but 3+ years, you ask me, oh my, Mark, you got any tips for what you do for back? I just tell them what I do. I also stressfully say, like, listen, I don't have a program. I mean, I have a program, but it's not really strict. I kind of float around. And I do what I want to do, And it generally has some focus. Like, I got the main lifts in the beginning, a lot of the compound lighter lifts afterwards to really focus on the squeeze and, try to just hit the back as hard as I can. And personally, for me, I like hitting the whole back. I break up the back in like sections, right? And to me, you got your main movement, which hits the whole back because it's heavy enough to hit the entire back, regardless of whether it's like pinpoint or not. You're fucking, you're moving some weight. you're feeling the squeeze and stretch. That's all you need to look for. And I'll do that, and I'll be like, all right, we've really emptied the tank here. Let's do something that's not as emptying and kind of try to gain some energy back. It's still tiring, don't get me wrong, but we work a different part of the back. So then we can go target something of the upper or mid back or whatever that I'm doing during that workout to, let it recover in some way. We're not trying to like say leave sets in reserve, man. I leave practically nothing in reserve, but I switch the body part around so I can give enough time to like, okay, I've hit this for 3 sets now. Let's go back and really focus on that, like the target of what I'm trying to do. And I do like the idea of just fucking hitting it. Like you warm up, you get your warm ups in, you're good. First movement, you just go after it. I'm just getting excited thinking about it because this isn't hurting me as much. I feel like the keys to my fucking car finally, turned on that engine and I'm ready to go, you know? So, but like I was saying, um, so I'll either do like a low back after I've hit, the main back, and then I'll go back and try to target the upper or whatever in that case. Like you'll never see me do some sort of like you'll never see me do max effort lat pull downs and then do max effort, pull throughs like Dorian Yates that I was doing. It's just too much. Like if you're really giving it, you can only give so much to the point of no return. And that's what works for me. And you need to find out what works for you. It's all on you. But I'll definitely do a heavy, I call them a mid movement. And it's not mid, but they're like a mid tier level of like, all right, how much stress is this putting on me? Because you could have something that's low stress on the body, but you hit fucking 12 reps with it, you're done. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So if I'm doing, after I hit my main movement, I hit a side movement, I'm able to gain some energy back to give quality effort. Because if I hit the main movement, like I said before, I'm dying already, and I try to go hit it heavy again, like heavy again, like heavy, heavy. Like I mean, that's what it. I don't. I'm not trying to say that I don't, but like if I go hit, I call it the main movements. If I hit 2 main movements back to back, we're gonna be in bad shape because like we haven't recovered enough to actually give a quality set. Yeah, I could hit it; it'd be fine. But to me, I don't feel like it would do me any good because I can't give the same amount of effort because I'm so drained from the main movement before. But I mean, sometimes if we're feeling like on top of the world, we'll do it. But like most of the time, after my main movements, you'll see me go right to some cables, and then we'll go back to plates. So yeah, and I really liked last week's workout on back. Well, 2 weeks ago now, but we got to remember, like we're still coming into this first week, kind of rusty, so we got to take it slow. But I do want to put in some pull-ups. I love pull-ups. I don't do them enough. I think those would be good. I think kind of a warm up, with pull-ups would be nice. I think, yeah, that don't sound too bad because I noticed um, actually no, I probably do pull-ups after, but I noticed sometimes after a chest day, I don't sleep that well Wednesday, Thursday. Like I'll go do a pull-up and this is just tight, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like that, so I'll cool it. That's why I swapped my chest days. I had to take the chest day off. Like even that chest day, like those incline sets were fucking, like I guess they looked okay on camera, right? But they were fucking hard. Like on rep 2, I thought I was gonna drop the bar. Like that's how difficult they were for me. So, you somehow manage to get all the way up to 8 or 9, like you're pretty fucking tired. So I felt pretty spent after that workout. I was very pleased. But, it all depends on how you feel. And like if you have a good pain, like, oh shit, like it's not like, tweak this, man. But you're like, all right, feel pretty sore. Nothing really hurts, but we're a little physically tired. That's perfect. That's what you want. But, I wouldn't have it any other way. I do think that when you tweak something, and you're like, I gotta work through the pain because I'm a bitch. Bro, what are you doing? That's called bronze activities right there. Bro, if you hurt yourself, I don't give a fuck who you're trying to impress. Stop. Immediately stop. You're like, fuck. I think I just tweaked my connector. You don't want to fucking keep on lifting. Are you kidding me? You're just asking for a bruising, and it'll change your life. Like, so fuck whoever you're trying to impress. If you tweak something, just remember, like, what we're doing here in the gym, it's still, it's fun to us, but it's still not a joke. Like, you could physically fuck up your life for the rest of your life, And I don't think people realize that enough. They're like, I feel invincible. I could just walk in, lift some shit, look a little better. Fuck. What else is there to worry about? That's all fine and dandy. That's why you see people who are in the same spot for years and there's no improvement on them. But, they're in the gym, they're trying to do better. You can never knock that. But when you get to the lifters, like, I'm not trying to say that I'm a good lifter or whatever, or I'm top notch, but you get the lifters like me who are trying to just keep pushing. Like, there gets to a point of like, all right, this is some serious weight. And like, you got to give the weight respect. You got to, you got to make sure you're ready to go. And, nothing's hurting. Because if something's hurting, if something like is hurting, but like it's like just needs a little bit of a warm up to not hurt, that's fine. But if something hurts after the warm ups, like, bro, you gotta work around that, do something else, let that heal. Because we're not invincible, but we can be. If you know what I'm saying. And I do believe that is being aware of that is way better than just fucking powering through like a meathead. I get it, ego lifting and all that, but it's not worth the rest of your life of pain to actually get physically hurt and never recover back. Because, like, if you tear something, anything, you're going to be different physically, mentally, and you're going to look different for the rest of your life. And there's no going back on that. Because you can't. Sure, you can hide it, but the fact that you already ripped the tendon right off the bone, you're never going to be the same. And, I hate to see that on other people. Fuck, it makes me tear up just thinking about other people getting hurt. Because it's sad. Like, it's not sad that, they're like, oh, look at this pathetic loser. No, it's sad because, like, all right, that's 1 year of recovery time. You can't lift. Like, another year of just rehab. And then another year of getting to baseline level. And you got to baby it. Because, like, if I were to smash this cup, like, if I were to fucking right down the middle, and then glue it back together, I guarantee you I could rip that apart much easier than if I tried right now that it's solid. You get what I'm saying? So, moral of the story, if something's hurting and you're getting a lot of red flags in your head, don't do it. Just stop. It's not worth. Man, it's fucking, but it's not worth it's not worth that. But anyways, I went off on a little tangent. Fucking 650. Um but yeah, we're gonna hit some main movements. Like in my head right now, I'm like, all right, I'm feeling so good right now. We're gonna run 5 plates. I get to the gym, and then based off how I feel, just be like, okay, maybe not. We'll see. I'm not trying to push weight because I'm cutting. I'm not full. I don't have unlimited energy. I only got a certain amount. Just gotta cool it. Because even though you get the lats are the hardest to tear, because you get such it's a big muscle, still can fuck them up. Having some rhomboid issues is not a fun experience. That's for sure. I would know. And if you guys have experienced that, I apologize. But we're excited for back. Like I said, I think we're going to do some main lifts on the Dorian Yates special. I really enjoyed that. And, go from there. I really liked that chest supporter row I used before, but I've been hearing some riff draft on this chest supported machine in the gym. It's in the back, kind of hidden. I've used it before, but because of my frame, the pad sits like here instead of it's supposed to sitting over here. So I tend to just not even use the feet holds. I just stand solid, like on the ground. But we'll see. I don't really use it often, but we'll see what goes down. I think we'll try to do some isolation with that and then just check how I feel with pull throughs on a cable. And yeah, man. Maybe hit a little biceps. No, a little triceps. We'll see. But yeah, man. Let's get to this freaking workout. My brother Ron. All right, so we're here. We made it, and we're feeling pretty good. So I think we're gonna go up to. I'm gonna try 3 and then 4 and then
We'll see. So there's going to be that, but feels pretty good. So just keep warming up here. Hey, what's up? All right, we're gonna fucking hit this. All right, we're going to 4. Nope. Woo. Oh. All right, that last set was a little rough, but this set I'm gonna try to pull it back. Definitely think the lat is screaming right now, but I want to fucking just hit it. You know what I'm saying? So let's just fucking hit this, man. Nope. Fucking the goddamn machine's lifting, man. All right, so we're gonna give this a try. We're not gonna really push it because I was just feeling it out. I'm pretty sure I almost tweaked something, but we're basically gonna just see how it feels, and I think we're just gonna superset this with maybe that pull down and just bang them out. I think, but let's just see how this feels. I'm kind of excited. I'm also kind of excited to freaking ride a treadmill, I guess. What the hell? We keep bottoming out, but that's not bad. That's not bad. That feels pretty good. I don't know. I guess we'll just keep this in the video here. We'll do a little bit of this action. Actually, my freaking handle's on there. Nope. Woo. All right, let's do 4 sets of that. All right, there's that. Let's hit it.
Places full of footballs. At an age in our block, we know the best game of lives can't be boxed in. Not lose our 7 years best, but to make their money work. But like, that's so at HRBlock.com.
Oh my god.
A boy of Jensen's youth and discovered with a mental commitment.
Nope. Oh my god. 2 more. 1 more. I wonder what this looks like. All right. So the back's feeling all right, but you know, like we're not warmed up. You know, we're gonna take another week to really get back into it. No. Oh, we gotta really fucking lock in here. Nope. Oh man, we really die out quick. 100%. We we tweaked something, but not bad enough to stop the workout. That's kind of why I took a big break. So, yeah, unfortunately, we did not do a third and fourth set of the main movement, but like this tweak, I guess, is just, you know, a little too much stress too quick. So we're just gonna hit this for, you know, one more set here, one more set for the superset, and then hit lower back, and that'll be the workout. So I think we're almost full stack in this. So not bad. I definitely could do a lot more. I'm just cooling it, you know, and I'm going quick. So.
Coming over to Mog you.
Yeah. Watch
All
out.
done.
You all done? Dude.
I got all.
All right, so some time has passed. I was just talking to my buddy about the tweak. You know, I should probably cool it for the rest of the workout. It'll be good. So we'll just, you know, we'll just sit here, do this for like 8 or so. Nah, we got more. Now my headphones are freaking here. Fall off. Whatever. I think we'll just end it there. You know, unfortunate return to back day, but you know, you gotta learn to chill out. This is what I was talking about in the morning intro. Derek. Hey. But like I said, you know, you gotta cool it, otherwise shit like this will happen. But, you know, hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. So we're actually gonna bring it back here. Like I said, you know, it happens to everyone. I knew about it going into plate number 3. My lats weren't really working as well. I should have just stopped at 3 and just did it for the set and just took it as it is. But, you know, I'm just a little excited, so we had to push it a little up. And, you know, mistakes happen. You know, it's part of learning and shit. But, you know, thankfully nothing bad happened. But I think it's not bad. I just got to get some good rest tonight. And, you know, heal up for tomorrow. I don't think I'll stop working out for tomorrow. I think we'll hit it. But, yeah, you know, you live and you learn, right? But anyways, I got to get the fuck out of here. I'll see you guys later.